Hello Internet, Matt here, designer of Pandemonium, and welcome to my dining table. More importantly, Xandau, and the world of Pandemonium. Get ready to dive into the world of Pandalords and Usurpers, where the whimsical and chaotic intertwine. This is our longer, detailed how to play video. If you're after a quick start guide, click here, and if you're after watching a full playthrough, click over here. Pandemonium is a lightweight, card drafting set collection game, played over 4 rounds for 3 to 6 players, in about 30 to 60 minutes. The aim of the game is to win the favour of the different Pandalords and the Usurpers. Let's get started by familiarising ourselves with the components. In the box you'll find Pandalord and Usurper cards, Tribute cards, which generate Tribute tokens, which you collect to earn favour tiles, Pandemonium cards, which determine all player actions, the tier boards, which determine the order of importance of the various lords. There are 7 different tier boards. This ensures variety between games and a different setup and different order of importance of the Pandalords. The direction counter, and of course, player aids to help you along for your first couple playthroughs. Setup is a breeze. Get the correct number of tribute tokens and favour tiles based on the player count. This info is on the back page of the rulebook. Shuffle the tier boards and select one at random to determine the starting player, and the hierarchy of the Pandalords and Usurpers in case of a tie. Arrange the Pandalords and their respective tokens and tiles in this order. Remove the Honeypot tribute cards from the deck and place them on top of the Moon Barbarian. Then shuffle the rest of the tribute cards and deal 7 to each player. Now that we're set up, don't forget to turn the Usurpers on their sides to indicate that they are not in play yet. To start the round, the starting player flips the top Pandemonium card and reads it aloud. We follow through the actions on the card. For instance, we would flip the direction counter. Flipping this changes the direction we're going to pass our cards. Play 1 tribute card and then pass hand on. When playing a tribute card or multiple tribute cards, all players place their cards face down initially. Once all players have face down tribute cards in front of them, the starting player will announce reveal, and all players simultaneously reveal their tribute cards. Once tribute cards are revealed, in turn order, players collect the associated tribute tokens and place them on the tribute card they belong to. If any Terracotta Warriors are revealed, they fight, and the player with the higher number of newly revealed Terracotta Warriors wins, getting to keep their Terracotta Warrior tribute cards, and gather the appropriate amount of tribute tokens. The losing players turn their Terracotta tribute cards and do not collect tribute tokens. If there is a tie for the highest, all players lose. When multiple cards are played, add the total number of warriors together as an army. For example, 5 plus 3 equals a total of 8. This beats 3 plus 2, a total of 5. Trade goods tribute cards act as a wild in round 1 and 2 when the Polar Berserker is not yet in play. That means the player who plays them could collect 1 of any tribute token that is in play. Whenever a tribute token pile is completely depleted, meaning the last one has been taken, all players must return all tribute tokens of that type back into the supply. This rule makes it important to take tribute tokens in turn order. If a player has 3 bamboo tribute card, and there are only 2 bamboo tribute tokens left, the player takes 2 bamboo tribute tokens. Now the pile has been emptied, so all players return all of their bamboo to the supply, and the current player completes their turn by taking the 1 bamboo tribute token remaining for their card to finish the 3 rewards. The last Pandemonium card of a round is determined by if the actions on the Pandemonium card would leave you with an empty hand. On the last turn of a round, players can choose whether they want to play the Pandemonium card or they may also discard it from their hand. If the last Pandemonium card instructs you to play cards for another player, you no longer have this option, and you have to play the cards for the other player. If the round were to end on a play multiple tribute cards Pandemonium card, you must either play them all or discard them all. If one card remains in hand, and a play multiple cards Pandemonium card is drawn, you may play what you can in order of the Pandemonium card. For example, play 2 tribute cards, give 1 to your current direction neighbor. In this instance, you would play your only tribute card, and the next step is still able to be completed, so you would still finish the actions of the Pandemonium card, giving your sole tribute card played to your neighbor. Are your hands empty? That means it's the end of the round. Time for the end of round breakdown. All players will take all of their tribute tokens off of the cards in front of them and discard played tribute cards into a communal pile. In the end of round phase, tribute tokens are exchanged for favor tiles, starting with the starting player and collecting in the order of the tier board. Afterwards, the new starting player is determined. To win the favor of the Golden Emperor, you must have the most golden coin tribute tokens. If there is a tie for the most, all tied players will win his favor. You collect the favor tiles in turn order. That means that if there are no favor tiles left in the pile come your turn when you would win it, you can no longer win them. The Lotus Maiden is the only Panda Lord whose favor can be won mid-round. The player with the first to 3 Lotus Flower tribute tokens wins her favor, instantly paying back those tribute tokens, turning her card over to signify she's locked out for that round, and taking one of her favor tiles. If a player has 3 or more Lotus Flower tribute tokens at the start of the new round, they will instantly win her favor when that round starts and lock the Lotus Maiden out until the next round. If tied for 3 or more at the start of the next round, this tie is resolved in directional order. At the start of each round, refresh the Lotus Maiden if her favor has been won. Do this by turning her vertically, indicating that she is back in play. To earn the favor of the Bamboo Princess, you must bribe her with 6 bamboo tribute tokens. Multiple players can achieve this at the end of a round, and collect her favor in directional order. To win the favor of the Jade Oracle, you must have the most Jade Dragon tribute tokens at the end of a round. If there is a tie for the most, all players must return all of their Jade Dragon tribute tokens back to the supply, and no one will win her favor. To earn the favor of the Flame Warlord, you must pay him 10 Terracotta Warrior tribute tokens at the end of a round. Like the Bamboo Princess or the Golden Emperor, multiple players can achieve this. Just make sure when you're collecting, you do it in directional order. The Moon Barbarian enters play at the beginning of round 2. Take the Honeypot tribute cards and shuffle them into the deck before dealing them out. To win her favor, you need to have the most Honeypot tribute tokens. If there is a tie for the most at the end of the round, neither player will win her favor, but you get to hang on to your Honeypots. The Polar Berserker enters the game in round 3, and she is won by having the most trade goods at the end of a round. If there's a tie for the most trade goods, the tied players all win her favor. Resolve this in directional order. Once she is into the game in round 3, trade good tribute cards no longer act as wild. You keep all remaining tribute tokens you have not spent while bribing the Panda Lords and Usurpers. They stay with you through subsequent rounds and can be spent then. The leftover tribute tokens that are not on cards cannot be stolen. However, they still have to be returned to the supply if their tribute token pile is emptied. To determine the new starting player, it is the player with the least amount of favor tiles. If there is a tie for the least, out of those people, it is the person with the most amount of golden coin tribute tokens. If there is still a tie between those players, it moves on in directional order from the old starting player. Idiosyncrasies between the rounds. In round 2, Moon Barbarian enters the game. Do this by refreshing her, turning her vertically, indicating that her tokens and tiles are in play, and shuffle the Honeypot tribute cards into the deck before dealing them out. In round 3, the Polar Berserker enters the game. Refresh her, signified by turning vertically. And now, trade good tribute cards are no longer wild. Round 4. Instead of 7 cards being dealt out, we deal out 10, and everyone discards down to 7 before the starting player starts the round by flipping the Pandemonium card. Remember, the aim of the game is to have the most unique favor tiles at the end of the 4th round. You can win multiple of the same favor tile, but remember, it does not help you towards victory, it just denies your opponents. Ties are broken via the tier board. If there is a tie, refer to the tier board. For example, player 1 wins here. And if players are still tied, it's time to play again. So gather your wits and your tribute cards and dive into Pandemonium. Who will earn the favor of the Panda Lords and emerge victorious? It's time to find out.